How do I vlog now that I have such bad glasses glare? Good morning, good people. Long time no chat. I know it's been a minute since I have picked up the vlog and just done like a regular weekend in my life, day in my life vlog. I just kind of lost YouTube momentum and now I'm just kind of pushing myself to get back on track. Today's whole vlog is pretty much a setup for the week, Sunday routine, get back on track, and also like catch you guys up on what's been happening in the past like month and a half or so that it's been since I uploaded a video. Okay, so it's actually already kind of late in the day. It's around noon right now. I slept in today just because your girl was tired, and now I'm just kind of setting myself up for the day. I have so many things I feel like I need to show in this vlog and like talk you all through, so I'm just gonna kind of go as my day would typically go. So I'm sitting here now. I have my planner, which probably looks different than the last time that I showed any kind of planner system, because I was pretty much going through like a planner life crisis. But I've been using an A5 sized Hobonichi Cousin planner since the middle of May, maybe end of May, early June. So for just about almost 2 months now, and I am loving the system. So I'll show you guys a peek of what that looks like. So I have that. I've really just been trying new planner systems because I haven't known exactly what I need to feel more organized, to feel more on top of things. My life has literally been like flips upside down in the past couple of months. So I think I was reaching for different planners because it was the only way that I could like tangibly take control of my life when everything felt so crazy and chaotic. And then because I've wanted to try them forever and everyone always talks about them, I got a Stalogy notebook. I actually have two. One the camera is currently sitting on. This is the B6 size, which is a really good size for me. I also have the A5 size, which is the same size as this notebook, but the grids are different in the A5 and the B6 Stalogy, so the bigger grid is in the smaller notebook. And this notebook I've just been using for like notes, brain dumping. I'm going through some like courses. I've been doing these daily, let's see if I can find one, these daily like gratitude lists where I write down like whatever the date is. So today is the 18th, so I will write 18 things that I'm grateful for, and then I do a little reflection of the day at the bottom. So just kind of like quick, almost like micro journaling. So I have these two things in front of me now because I was just gonna go ahead and get my week set up. So I will walk you all through how I do that. But before I jump into like all the day things, what other things do I need to update you on? Well, for starters, I wear glasses now. These are not just me wearing blue light glasses because I think glasses look cute. I finally went and got my vision checked for the first time in definitely way too long, and your girl needs glasses. So these are just from America's Best, which is where I got my vision test done. But I do want to go and get some like cuter frames, some frames that I like. I'm still kind of adjusting to them, and I don't have to wear them all of the time anymore. When I first got them, the doctor told me to wear them consistently, like all day for the first like 3 to 4 days. I've had them now for about a little over a week. So I'm only wearing them when I'm like working or reading or doing things like that require glasses. But these do have blue light blockers in them. I have another pair of the prescription glasses that don't have the blue light, which I actually like better. Like they feel more comfortable. These for some reason have taken me longer to adjust to the lens. So I have glasses. And this past week, so you guys haven't missed too much, today is July 18th. On July whatever Tuesday was, I think it was the 14th maybe, I launched a Patreon. So if you would like to support this channel and my content in general financially, you can. There are 4 different tiers to choose from. Really 3 tiers and then one that's kind of just like an out there tier, but 3 tiers to choose from, all under $10, because I wanted to make sure that the points of access were accessible. You get access to bonus content, exclusive videos, there's journal challenges in one tier, there's a Discord server for every tier so you can chat with other people who are in this community, And yeah, I can talk about more about Patreon if you all want to hear more about Patreon, but I think I would just link it in the description box so that you can take a look for yourself. There is no pressure to support, obviously. I appreciate everyone who does. Okay, back to planning my week, and sorry for the glasses glare. There's literally nothing I can do because I didn't pay for the fancy anti-glare. But when I first start to plan my week, I really like to ease into it. I have been finding that for me, a good Sunday is when I can set up my space, like tidy up the living room mostly, because I spend so much time at my desk in the living room during the week. My bedroom is literally a disaster still because I've been going through my closet and my drawers, and now there's just like clothes everywhere, and I need to just like pick a day where I handle that, but I'm not even putting the fake pressure on myself to act like I'm gonna touch that at all today. So I like to get my space clean. I wash all the dishes. That way when I wake up on Monday, I know that all the other things I need to jump into for my routine, I can just start doing them. Like I don't have to worry about, is there a clean coffee cup for me to use? Do I have to like move stuff off of the stove before I can make breakfast? Everything is just really easy and done. So physical space is a big thing on my Sundays. Then I like to do a big brain dump, which is what I've been doing in my Stalogy lately. And these brain dumps are like my bread and butter. I'll give you a closer look at today's brain dump, but to show you an example of how I set them up, because I think it's really effective. I draw a line down the page, and then on the left side is where you put any action that you have to take, and on the right side of the column is where you brain dump all the things. So I write down everything, like set up a Zoom link, record podcast intro, publish blog posts, review budget for the week, even just like quotes or things or like notes, anything that's in my head, I just put it down on paper. Sometimes I'll go through, you can see on this week I went through with a highlighter and just like color coded things. So if it was blue, it was something I had to do that week. If it was yellow, it was something that was already that I need to schedule. If it was green, it was something I needed to buy. If it was orange, it was something I had to do on a specific day. So just taking the time to go through and download everything in your head and then sort through like, okay, what do I actually have to do with this? Is it just something I needed to put on paper? Is it something I need to schedule? Do I need to buy something? Do I need to call someone? And just having that clear system helps me so that when I go to take my planner, I can just go through that brain dump and start putting things in my weekly and planning out what I need to do each day. So that's what I'm going to do for starters. I like to do all the desk stuff first, then take a break. I'll probably read a book. I finally have caught up with my Goodreads goal. I'm no longer one book behind, and I want to keep that momentum. I had a really bad reading slump. I think it was in March or April where I only read like one book, and I pretty much have been behind in my Goodreads goal ever since. And it's not that important to me because it's really just like the Goodreads goal is a goal that you make up and you set. There's no like winner or loser. I do think for me, the amount that I'm reading each month is an indicator of like how overwhelmed I'm feeling, how well I'm taking care of myself, just like how I'm doing in general. So it's always good to see that my reading and my self-care are aligned. So I'm gonna brain dump and update my planner, which I will show you all. Then I'm gonna break to read. Then I'll probably clean the living room first. I probably won't clean the kitchen until tonight. I've been making cleaning the kitchen like my after housewives activity, and that's been working pretty well from a momentum perspective. And what I'd like to do today is also work on some writing. So if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen this yesterday, but I did a live with my friend Phoebe, who is at Read and Write on Instagram, and we told everyone that we are working on a book together. I've been meaning to do a writing update, a real writing update, and I want to do a separate video, which I actually might film today, just on where I'm at with my writing, where my projects are, things that are working for me, things that aren't working for me. But we told everyone that we're working on a book together, and we've been meeting weekly just to work on sharing scenes that we've written, work on plotting together, character development, and just pushing this project along. We really are having so much fun writing this book together. I will link the Instagram live where we talk all about the book, what genre it is. We don't give a ton away because we're not trying to, I don't want to say spoil, we're very protective over this idea. And it's very close to both of us. We're both very obsessed with the subject matter, so we don't want to give too much away too soon, but we talk a lot about the characters and the relationships and the main characters in this book. It's a dual POV novel. We're writing a book with two cousins, and we're each writing from one of their perspectives, and it's been so much fun to work on. So I have some research and notes that I need to do to work on my next couple of scenes for this week's meeting. We meet every week on Friday. That is what we're doing in this vlog. I feel like I've been having the urge to vlog for a few days now, and I just need to hit record. But enough of my talking. Let's start brain dumping. Let's start planning. I might do a little voiceover just to walk you through what I'm doing, because I actually need to like do these things. And yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so starting things off with my brain dump. Like I said, I've been using this Stalogy notebook and I really like it, but grab whatever notebook or bullet journal you're using lately. And you don't have to be as neat and tidy as I am here, but I always grab a ruler and draw my line down the side of the page just because I like it really neat and tidy. And like I mentioned, on the left side of this line is where I write any action items or tasks, and on the left side is where I do the actual brain dump. So for the first part of this, you're really just focused on the right side of the page, and I literally write down everything. Any events I have, meetings I have to prepare for or attend in the upcoming week, any to-do list things that are lingering, any projects that have been on my mind, ideas that I have, people I want to reach out to, emails to send, emails to read or respond to. If I read a book and there's just like a really interesting line that has been stuck in my head, I'll write that down. I go through my notes app and pull anything that I may have written down in my phone, just because I am a pen and paper person. So I know I'm always going to come back to my notebooks, but I don't always go through all of my phone notes except for when I do this brain dump. And this is something that I do every week, but it's also something that I do as often as I need to during the week. So if there are other things that come up while the week is happening, I make sure to capture those as well, so I'm never losing anything. Sometimes I just go on that left-hand side and make notes like due dates, or if it's a note or a quote or an event. But here I made a quick key and just used my highlighter to color code things. So I broke things down into notes, events, tasks, and things I needed to buy. But I change these codes as often as I need to, and it just makes it easy for me to run down these brain dumps during the week when I'm planning and populate everything into my planner. So these are super helpful for just taking all the things that you have either scattered in a million places or scattered in your brain and put them in one place so you can take action on them and actually do the things that you brainstorm. So I've been using these little index clips from Midori to mark my weekly spread and my daily spread and my monthly spread in this Hobonichi Cousin planner. And all I do after I brain dump is go through the brain dump and start dropping things into this weekly view so I can start outlining and planning my week. I also go through my Google Calendar, and any events that I've already put in Google Calendar get added into this weekly view, which I know seems a little redundant, but it's so helpful for me to just write things out on paper, and that's how things actually have been getting done lately. I've officially hit the Sunday slump lull in this day. So I filmed a bit, but I did some work. I worked on some thumbnails for videos for this week and ended up meeting up with my sister because she had been crashing at my house for a couple nights and she left some stuff. So she came to pick it up, and then we ended up just going to grab lunch together. We just went to Shake Shack, which was a good time, but now I'm at the point where I'm ready to transition from like the week prep. So I did my brain dump, I did my planning, I scheduled some emails to go out first thing in the morning because it just makes me feel good on a Monday when like emails are going out and I don't have to necessarily be at my desk writing them for that to happen. And I scripted a bunch of videos for this week, some reels, some other content, just like got everything set up so that tomorrow when I wake up, I feel like everything is ready to just me take off and start working. So now I'm going to read for 30 minutes, and then I'm going to probably either clean the living room and then hop in the shower, or hop in the shower and then clean the living room. So I'm about to start reading Black Girls Must Die Exhausted by Jane Allen. This cover is beautiful. This book is out in August. I thought there was another version of this book out already, but maybe that was also an ARC that I got. But I'm interviewing Jane Allen this week on the podcast, so I want to make sure I have the book finished. And of course I waited until now to start the book, even though I've had the book since last week. So I'm going to read a little bit of this before I clean up the living room. Like, I have, as always, these boxes to break down. Ignore Book Mountain. We don't even talk about that in this house anymore because I can't. We will figure out the bookshelf solution at some point, but it is not a priority right now, even though it really should be. But anyway, I'm gonna read for a bit and then tidy up a bit and then check back in with you all. Just finished watching the end of the second season of Never Have I Ever, and I cannot believe how much this, like, innocent, sweet show makes me cry. Like, I cried for like the last 3 episodes. It's so good. I need to figure out how to become like a film critic so I can get a screener of season 3, because I can't believe I have to wait another like year for this show to come back. I wholeheartedly feel that this is the most important show on Netflix right now. Like, it's so good. Well, all I really have done since I last checked in was clean up the living room, watch Never Have I Ever. I ate dinner because I totally forgot that that was a thing that needed to be on my radar. I just ate some leftover red beans and rice and this chicken sausage that I had, which is really good. And then my younger sister, when she was here, she works at a cafe, and she brought me this salad that I totally forgot was in my fridge. It was an arugula with like other greens, beet and goat cheese salad, which was so good. Beet and goat cheese together are just like a match made in heaven. And before I did all of that, I read like the first 10 or 15 pages of Black Girls Must Die Exhausted, And this book needs to come with a trigger warning for if you are in your late 20s to early 30s and single and like okay-ish about it, but like it kind of freaks you out. The first 5 pages of this book are just basically a drag, like a pure drag. But I'm probably gonna read a little bit more of this before I go to bed tonight. I can never fall asleep on Sunday night, so the reason that I focus so much in the earlier part of Sundays in planning and just like having a plan together, because it's so that when I end up staying up too late on a Sunday, I feel like on Monday I'm just prepared to jump into work. I've been like this since I was little. My mom used to describe it as like the night before Christmas syndrome. Like you just get so anxious that tomorrow is coming that you can't go to sleep. So I've never been able to fall asleep early on a Sunday for my whole 28 years on earth. So I'm probably going to do a little bit more reading. And I totally forgot that Real Housewives came on. I did wash dishes, but then I also made food, so now there's more dishes. But I forgot that Real Housewives of Potomac was on tonight, so I might either watch that today or I might save it for tomorrow to watch while I'm eating lunch or something. And I need to hop in the shower still, because once I started watching Never Have I Ever, I couldn't even take a break to shower. It's such a good show. Ugh, so heartbreaking. I just hate when you get all the episodes of these shows at once, because I'm so bad at pacing them out. But now I have to wait forever to find out what happens to Davy. Oh my gosh, she's such a perfect main character. I've never looked up if this show is based on a book, but I'm like, it has to be. This has to have been a book. I don't know. I do love me some Mindy Kaling, and just knowing that this is her project also makes a lot of sense why I love this so much. But anyway, now I'm just rambling. So I hope you enjoyed this little vlog. Links to all my social media and everything else will be in the description, as well as a link to the Patreon if you want to join. I will link to the notebooks that I used, the pen I used, the planner that I showed you all. And yeah, if you have any other questions about my planning or brain dump system and want to see like an up close, like a more in-depth version than what was in this vlog, just let me know and I can work on that video. But yeah, I hope you all have an amazing rest of your week. It'll be Wednesday when you see this, so I hope your week is going well, and I will see you all in the next video.